Hi, guys, and welcome to the Rum Runner Cruise, a pirate themed cruise stopping at historical pirate locations along the Caribbean. Today, we will be talking about anticipatory socialization as well as management styles, organizational culture, communication structures, how to deal with work and non-work issues and conflicts, as well as what we expect this business to cost. During the anticipatory socialization process, employees are welcome to interview for any open positions. Background checks will be required for those applying to the daycare and child activity centers, as well as some other positions, and all applicants must possess a valid passport. And now over to Lily for some more information.
I'm going to talk about uncertainty management at the Rum Runner. To begin with, we've made it a mission to make sure that every employee is equally valued, whether they're a senior employee or a new hire. Everyone matters, no matter their status in the hierarchy. That's why we find it so important to build training programs to reduce the uncertainties that all new hires face. Specifically, the Rum Runner has dealt with these uncertainties by assigning all newcomers to follow a different employee each day of training, whether that's a newcomer in a new position or just a new hire in the company. By doing this, the employee is able to reduce task uncertainty by being able to see how specific job functions are done in real time rather than just like sitting down and watching a video. It's also able to reduce relational uncertainties by spending time with different employees. We've also developed a sequential training program to reduce the chance of overwhelming newcomers. Last, we've also made it a mission to make sure that each employee has a plethora of resources that they can go to, like supervisors, managers, peers, etc., so that they feel comfortable asking questions. All right, now to talk about Chapter 4 is Zeta.
The Rum Runner will be managed under a classical management style. All of our employees are experts within their given field, as well as have had prior cruise ship experience. There will be specialized training for all employees before our cruise launches so that everyone understands exactly what their job is. This training is extensive and specialized for cruise ships as well as their given fields, are held in order for everyone to be on the same page with what is happening within that week. And it's also a time for employees to talk to their superiors directly so there's no miscommunication. It's important for us to have tight control of our ship in order for everyone aboard to be safe, as well as for the guests to have the best experience possible.
The Rum Runner will be employing a downward communication style, meaning that messages will start from the top and move their way down to the bottom. Directly under our CEO will be the Director of Operations, who will oversee the booking aspects of the customer's trips, including the hotel rooms as well as the rental cars if needed. Running the day-to-day operations will be the captain, and underneath the captain will be the department supervisors, who will look after their own individual teams. There will be weekly meetings held on Fridays and Mondays at the beginning of each shifts, where the teams will be discussing their team goals for that week and the weekend. There will also be daily debriefing meetings at the end of each shifts, where the employees can tell their supervisors of any issues they may have on the floor. Feedback will be encouraged for all employees to pass along to their supervisors, and they'll be able to do this by filling out a form online where they can leave their complaints as well as possible suggestions on how to improve. Now, Lily will talk a little bit about our organizational culture.
Another thing that the Rum Runner is dedicated to is culture, and building and maintaining an integrated approach to culture and the values of the organization. By using an integrated approach, specifically, the Rum Runner focuses on unified values, assumptions, and artifacts. Some of the values that we adhere to are the following: an exceptional customer service at every level of the organization, maintaining high-quality experiences for all guests, and commitment to building and maintaining a strong community. One of the things that we've also made sure of is that norms are consistent across the organization, no matter one's status in the hierarchy. For example, both the CEO and a new hire in the company are both expected to adhere to all appearance and social standards. Also, one of the most important things for the Rum Runner is creating a positive and supportive culture. One of the ways that we do this is that one-on-one training that I was talking about, but also by having managers use positive reinforcement and create learning experiences out of incidents that are minor instead of just immediately going to using harsh discipline. Now I'm going to take you back to Vinny for Chapter 7.
The Rum Runner will use an open communication style between the supervisor and subordinate, and we encourage all communication to be clear, candid, and honest. We want our employees to feel comfortable being able to share any issues they may have while on the floor. Next is Aida will discuss our decision making.
The overarching management style of the Rum Runner is authoritarian. However, we have departments on board that work with a democratic management style as well. We have strict rules on board that are non-negotiable in order to keep all of our crew and guest members safe. We have specific departments that work under a democratic management style, like our daycare. Our daycare staff collaborates and works together in order to make exceptional activities for all the children on board to enjoy.
So when it comes to decision making, the main goal is to avoid groupthink and satisficing. One way Rum Runner accomplishes this is through our decision making processes. We run through vigilant interaction theory, which is a set of steps in the decision making process that builds criteria for the sought out solution. It also prevents satisficing by forcing employees to weigh all options while making employees look at the negatives in each decision. Doing so provides for better outcomes and allows for employees to come up with fallback plans. We hold each and every employee accountable and have each employee come up with a solution individually. They then bring such solutions to group meetings for us to discuss. This lessens chances of groupthink since each employee is forced to think on their own and think of their own solutions.
According to Kramer and Bissell, conflict is defined as the interaction of interdependent people who perceive opposition of goals. In order to prevent unnecessary conflicts, we will have clearly defined job descriptions, and HR will also serve as the judge on any conflict disputes that cannot be dealt with by direct managers. HR will also launch a thorough investigation upon allegations of bullying or sexual harassment. If an employee is found guilty of bullying or sexual harassment, they will be terminated immediately. And now, back to Hugo.
In terms of work and non-work issues, Rum Runner holds weekly employee meetings to see where employees are at in terms of work-life balance. Because so many employees are on board, this balance may be difficult, and to alleviate this issue, we set clear boundaries for those that like high segmentation, or the high separation from work life and non-work life. We respect our employees' off time and treat them as if they were valued customers when off duty. On top of this, we encourage communication and are open to negotiation when it comes to work-life policies. This way, we can work with individual employees in an attempt to provide the best employee satisfaction that we can. Last but not least, we work as a team. Unlike individualistic norms in most careers, we work to collaborate, teach, and help one another as we continue to grow as a company. The Rum Runner Cruise provides a unique cruise option offering an immersive pirate experience. While it gives its guests a chance to unwind and relax, the cruise also takes passengers back to the past towards historical landmarks and pirate treasures. Such a journey requires a multitude of expenses to turn the company's vision into fruition. Such expenses include its principal prices, such as the payments made on the ship itself, startup marketing, employee training, and licensing. Once the company started up, the principal expenses will decrease, leaving the majority of the year's expenses towards fuel, inventory, payroll, ship maintenance, and marketing. All the company asks for is an investment of $1 million to help start the company up. The return on investment yields approximately 15% over the next 3 years, and as the company loses principal costs and gains a reputation, its return on investment will increase. The expected profit margin for the first year is 6.8%, but we'll soon find that the company's net profit will be increasing more and more as it expands. Soon, Rum Runner will find itself sailing the sea and giving a memorable experience to families that want to relax, have fun, and find a pirate's treasure.